Honestly, in my opinion, I would not say the HESI test is hard. Like the HESI test is pretty much, it's Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the entrance exam known as the SEA2. So, just a little back info on me. I'm currently a Chamberlain nursing student. This is my second year. No, this is my first year, but my second semester at Chamberlain University. I won't tell you what location, but pretty much, Chamberlain University. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about the SE exam, and these are the books. So these are the books that you would need in order to study for the SE exam. You can get these books from Barnes and Noble, or you can get it from Amazon. I don't remember how much they cost because I bought these books like a while back, but I'm pretty sure they were like reasonable pricing. I think it was like about $30. I'm not sure. But yeah, so in this book, they have a lot of sections that basically go over math, reading, vocabulary, grammar, biology, chemistry, anatomy, and physics. But for my school, they only required me to take math, reading, vocabulary, grammar, biology, chemistry, and anatomy. So we did not need to take the physics. So on my HESI exam, I scored a 91, which is pretty good. And the reason I believe I scored a 91 is because I found a couple files from the group, this group on Facebook. They're known as the HESI group. I think that's the name of the group. But I'll make sure to put the link or put the name of the group in the description box below. That's what it's called, Malik? Yeah. Description box below? Yeah, so I'll link the name of the group in the box below. So anyways, I'm just going to give you guys basically a few tips on how to pass the HESI. For me, I really didn't go study this book. I'm gonna be honest, I did not study this book. The only part in this book I went over was the anatomy, and I was able to take notes on like different parts of the body. In anatomy, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me show you. So these parts were like, for example, I went over like cells and tissue. I went over the circulatory system, urinary system, reproductive system, and like a few other parts. If you guys want these notes, I can put the link in the description box where you guys can download them and study. And also another big help, another thing that I found helpful on the HESI exam was Nurse Hub. So for chemistry and biology, Nurse Hub was very, 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 very helpful. Those were the only two that I studied on Nurse Hub. And pretty much for those of you who don't know, Nurse Hub is basically a website. They give you have to pay to gain access to it. It's about $50 or $60. I think it was like $60, and they had like a 50% off. So I ended up paying like $25 for it. and they give you like tests. There's like test banks up there that has like maybe 200 questions. Like for example, on the math portion, it may be 200 questions in the test bank. You can study from there to, you know, help you pass the HESI exam. You can take the test as many times as you want, you know, over and over and over again until you're comfortable with your test score. But I basically just used it for anatomy and chemistry because, no, I'm lying, for biology and chemistry because those were my two struggles. But let's get into this group. Let's talk about this group on Facebook. So I personally think to pass the HESI, you definitely would need to join the HESI group on Facebook. They are 100% a big help. For my test, it was my first time taking the HESI, and I took it on ProctorU. For those of you who don't know what that is, ProctorU is basically a website where you test at home. You test on their website, but you take the test at home, and you have a proctor that's sitting on the other hand watching you pretty much. Yeah, so I joined the group on Facebook, and they had like tons of files up there, and those are the files that I use to study for my test. So for example, the math file was actually, I would say 90% of everything that was on the math file was on my test. The English file, 100%, everything that was on the English file was on my test word for word. Anatomy was the same thing. Like 80% of what I studied on that file was on my test. And grammar and English, I believe, like a few of what I studied, I saw came on the test. But for biology and chemistry, that was a little bit tricky. I had to study from Nurse Hub, and a lot of the things that I study on Nurse Hub wasn't on my test, but I was familiar with what they were talking about, so I was able to answer a few of the questions. But yeah, so basically this is just a quick video to let you guys know, in order to, for me, a big But yeah, so to wrap this video up, I personally think in order for you, I'm not going to say in order for you to pass the HESI exam, you have to join the group on Facebook. But I personally think the group is a huge help. Go into the test blindsided. I had a few ideas of what would be on my test from just, you know, like speaking to other people who took the test previously before me. So they let you know, they give you hints and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's basically it. Like, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll be sure to, you know, respond. And also, if anyone need these books, please let me know and I'll send it to you. You basically would just have to pay for shipping, but I'll definitely give these books. And also for these books, I personally think this book is a lot more helpful. To me, it's way more informative. It gives like a lot of practice tests. So you guys should definitely look into this book. Or you can buy both, you know. You're practicing, you're studying. So it's not, you know, it's not a big deal. So honestly, in my opinion, I would not say the HESI test is hard. Like the HESI test is pretty much, it's easy. It's basic. Like it's basic math, basic reading, it's basic grammar. Like it's basic. In order to pass this test, you just really got to apply yourself. Like I feel like once you apply yourself, you'll pass. And the Facebook group, they are very, 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 very helpful. Like, I cannot stress how helpful they are. Like, soon as you post a question, someone on the other end answers your question in 2.0. Like, they're very, 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 very helpful. And I think, like, I think everybody, if you're taking the test, I think everybody should join that Facebook. Okay, guys, so that's basically it for me, you know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I have tons more of videos coming your way. It's going to be on my nursing journey. I'll give you guys videos on, you know, how nursing school is going, how Chamberlain is going. Is it worth the money? Because you do know Chamberlain is very expensive. I cannot stress how expensive Chamberlain is. But I'll definitely upload more videos and little tips on how to get through in nursing school, of course. But don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.